What's up everyone, back for another beer review, and today is the continuation of Mix 6-Pack Theme Month here on the channel, and the beer I'm reviewing today comes from the Left Hand Brewing Company, and they're out of Longmont, Colorado, and this is their Milk Stout Nitro. So this is a milk stout in a nitro bottle, comes in at 6% alcohol by volume, 25 IBUs at the time of review. I don't know exactly how old this bottle is, but on the back of the bottle it says Best by 12/11/2019, and considering it's about 4 months away from that date, I would say we're probably all right. So on the back here it says super smooth with soft roastedness and mocha notes, 6% alcohol by volume, pour at 40 to 45 degrees Fahrenheit, drink at 50 to 55 in a stout glass. Ingredients: a Rocky Mountain water, malted barley, lactose, flaked oats, hops, and yeast. So listen, I've had this beer numerous times, too many to count, and this is my favorite nitro beer of all time. I've had some, one-off nitro beers or on tap at places that maybe rival this, but usually they're adjuncted or crazy beers. For a 6% milk stout in a nitro bottle, it's hard to beat this one for me personally. It's a great beer, and I wanted to review it on the channel because I haven't yet, and I owe it to myself to review this beer, because it's a fantastic beer, and I think everybody, if you like any kind of milk stouts or porters, and you like nitro beers, you owe it to yourself to try this one. This one is even good without the nitro. They just have it regular. They also have it in cans now, in nitro cans. Yeah, I've had it on tap, in the nitro cans, in the nitro bottle, non-nitroed, and it's an awesome beer. So anyway, you crack this open, you pour it hard like a nitro beer, like you would a Guinness or something of that nature. So we'll put the cap over here, and then we'll give it a hard pour into the hashtag proper glass. So here we go. Oh, I'm spilling it everywhere. That's what dreams are made of, is spilling it everywhere. Spilling it everywhere. Anyway, that's beautiful. So we'll just chill while this, does its thing, so to speak. Unlike a Guinness, this seems to cascade a lot quicker. As you can see, it's pretty much done at this point. It has about a 2-finger of a super creamy, tan-colored, cream-colored head that looks like a nitro head. It looks like a milkshake of some sort, or oh man, it just looks awesome, like hot chocolate, the head of a hot chocolate, but like 2 fingers of it. Pitch black. Well, I shouldn't say pitch black. It's dark brown. There's ruby red tinges at the bottom. On camera, it's gonna be pitch black, but as is, it just looks pretty nice. So anyway, yeah, let's get a nose on it. Yeah, it smells nice. Now, the one thing about nitro beers, I always say this because I've reviewed so many on the channel. Well, not so many. I probably reviewed about 4 or 5 of them. I always mention how it's tough to get a nose through them, and it is. But this one still has nice aromas. Definitely picking up on the lactose. There's like a little bit of vanilla, sweeter vibe to it, almost like a cold brew coffee type, because there's a big roastedness from the malts, but also like a coffee roast, chocolate. Yeah, when it says mocha on the label, it's hard to disagree with that. Definitely mocha vibes. Slight touches of dark fruit. Yeah, it smells awesome. Let's get into it. Cheers, everyone. It's absolutely phenomenal beer. Holy shit, is it every single time. Every single time this beer is phenomenal. Yeah, so everything you want in a nitro beer, this kind of delivers almost to a T. The mouthfeel, super soft, smooth, super creamy, pillowy. If you've ever had a nitro beer, this is like the epitome of a top tier, upper echelon nitro body mouthfeel. 6%, this is like straight on medium body, so perfect from that aspect. And then the taste. The taste is not as vibrant as the regular Left Hand milk stout, non-nitro, but it's the closest that I've had from a beer that becomes nitro. So there's been quite a few beers I've had that, okay, I had the base non-nitroed, and then I had it on nitro, whether it was on tap or in a bottle or a can, and it just loses some of that oomph, some of that vibrant, characteristic to the taste. Maybe it's dialed back by 10 or 20%. And that happens almost every single time for me when it comes to nitro beer, except for with this one. This one is almost identical to the base one, with maybe a little less roasted malt character and a little less chocolate, but it's still fucking fantastic. Yeah, there's not much more to say about this one. chocolate, coffee, so you get the mocha vibes. You definitely get a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of like the lactose kick to it, the sweeter component of this one. This one is sweet. This is a sweeter milk stout, but you go into something called milk stout, or they used to be called sweet stouts. You can pretty much interchange what they're called, sweet stout or milk stout. It's definitely a sweeter stout. So the finish on this one, there's residual sugars there. It's sweeter, and that's fine by me. Yeah, but basically mocha, some roasted malts, a little bit of vanilla, and just for the most part, an awesome body and mouthfeel, a sweeter beer, an excellent beer, basically a world-class beer. Yeah, it's pretty much a world-class beer. So there's not much more to say about this one because I've had it so many times before. I kind of know what to expect from it. I'm sure a lot of you have had this one before. If you haven't had this one before, grab it. Grab it. Buy a single of it, buy a 6-pack of it, buy it in a can, a nitro can, buy it in a nitro bottle. I will say, if you've never had the beer at all before, buy the non-nitro and then buy the nitro and do a comparison and see what you think about it. Because like I said, I've done that once and I thought the base one was really good, but then the nitro one, just because that mouthfeel, it just kicks it up a notch. Yes, it takes away a little bit of the overall flavor characteristics, but it makes up for it in such an insanely awesome mouthfeel from the nitro. So yeah, anyway, rating on this one, this is not a 5 out of 5. I know that might be hard to believe because I'm just saying it's a world-class beer. It's as close to a world-class beer as you can get for me personally. That said, I'm going to give this a 4.75 out of 5. That's what I gave it every single time I reviewed it, or I guess I checked it in on Tapped, or even back in the day when I used to use like Beer Advocate or whatever, 4.75. It doesn't get a 5 out of 5 just because I know that the base one has a little bit more intensity to it. So if they somehow were able to get the base one into this bottle, like just straight on all the characteristics from that beer in this bottle, not dialed down by 10% or 15%, this would be a 5 out of 5. Regardless whether it's a 4.75 out of 5 or a 5 out of 5 or a 4.5 out of 5 or whatever, to me this is, like I said, the epitome of a nitro beer. This is what every nitro beer, especially any American brewery trying to make a nitro milk stout or a nitro stout or a nitro porter, this is what you should shoot for, because I think this is close to perfection as you can get within the style. Yeah, I just love it. So Milk Stout Nitro from Left Hand, 4.75 out of 5 all day, every day. Appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review. If you've had this one before, let me know what you think about it. As I said, this is in a mixed 6-pack, $1.83 a bottle. I want to say 6 packs of this is like $10, $10.99. Well worth it. Even if it's $12, $2 a bottle is well worth it. Availability, so many places get Left Hand now. If you get Left Hand, you definitely get this beer because this is their flagship beer basically. So if you get Left Hand, you don't get this beer, that would be crazy. And if that is the case, let me know, because I don't think I've ever heard of anyone getting Left Hand beers, but not this one. So yeah, anyway, appreciate everybody stopping by. And until tomorrow, when the continuation of Mixed 6-Pack theme month continues, I bid you farewell. Cheers.